Now in this problem they have given that the function is continuous and differentiable in the given domain. We know from the Lagrange's mean value theorem that a function is continuous and differentiable in the given domain, then there exists a value x which lies between 1 and 3 such that f dash x will be equals to fb minus fa divided by b minus a. Here a is 1 and b is 3. So we are getting, so f3 minus f1 will be equals to 2 times mod fx square plus 4, which is greater than equals to 8. Okay, the minimum value for this expression is nothing but 8, right? Therefore, option A is not correct. Option B is correct, as well as option C is correct. Option D is also not correct. Though this question came in a single option correct type section, but actually this question should be in the more than one option correct type, right? So the students who have chosen the option B or C, marks will be awarded. Is it clear to all of you? Now let us move for the next sum. In this question they have given that the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 does not have any real roots. It means if I draw the graph of the function ax square plus bx plus c, it will not intersect the x-axis. So it can be either like this or it can be like this. Now for the first case, for all x belongs to real value, your fx should be greater than 0. And for the second case, for all x belongs to real value, your fx is less than 0. Now the given condition is a plus b plus c is less than 0. So if I put f of 1, we are going to get a plus b plus c. Now by the condition is less than 0. That means it resembles to this function. Yes or no? Because for all x belongs to real value, the value of the function is always less than 0. So this condition satisfies this graph. Therefore, the graph of the function ax square plus bx plus c will be like this. So the conditions are: number 1, a has to be less than 0. Since the parabola is downward, your a is less than 0. And number 2, if you observe carefully, you will find that this graph will intersect the y-axis somewhere here, which means that your c is less than 0, because this point is nothing but 0 comma c. Is it clear? F of 0 is what? F of 0 is c. So this is the point where it is intersecting the y-axis. So in this case, we can see that your c is also less than 0. So the conditions are a has to be less than 0 and c has to be less than 0. So from that point, your option D is correct. Is it clear to all of you? This sum is pretty simple. If you know how to draw the graph of a quadratic expression, you can do it easily. Okay, so from my opinion, this is a moderate sum. Okay, let us move for the next problem. In this question, they have given there are 12 questions divided into 2 sections, A and B. And each section contains 6 questions. Is it clear? Now, a student is not permitted to attempt more than 4 questions from any part. And the student has to answer 6 questions. So what are the options? Say the group is A and B. So from group he can select 4 questions. So naturally from group B he has to select 2 questions to attempt total 6 questions. Or it can take 3 from group A and 3 from group B. Or it can be 2 from group A and 4 from group B. These are the only options that the student has so that he can answer 6 questions, not attempting more than 4 questions from any part. Therefore, the total number of ways are, so this is, therefore our final answer will be Therefore, the correct answer is 850. Hence, option A is correct. This is a pretty simple sum. This kind of sums you people have all done in your boards class. So from that point, my opinion, this sum is easy. Let us move for the next problem. In this question, they have given there are 7 greetings cards, each of different color, and 7 envelopes of same 7 colors as that of the cards. Now they have asked in how many different ways you can put those cards into envelopes so that exactly 4 of the cards go in the right envelopes of respective color. So it means exactly 4 cards will go into right envelopes and the other 3 cards will be dearranged. Is it clear? So it's a question of dearrangement, right? Exactly 4 cards will go to the right envelope. The number of ways of choosing those 4 cards will be 7C4. 7C4 is the total number of ways of selecting that 4 cards which will go into its right envelope. And the other 3 cards will be dearranged. So it is D3. So the answer will be 7C3 because 7C4 is same as 7C3 into factorial 3 into. If you don't know the conception of dearrangement, I will suggest you please go through any textbook to know the theory. Is it okay? So the final answer will be is coming to 70. Now which is same as 2 into 7C3 because 2 into 7C3 will give you. Is it okay? Therefore, option B is correct for this problem. Again, this problem is very easy sum for the students who know the problems of dearrangement. Otherwise, this problem will be little difficult for those students. Okay? So from that point, it is a moderate one. Let us move for the next problem. Now they have said that 7 to the power 2n plus 16n minus 1 will be divisible by what? So just check it what I am doing. Now if you observe carefully, you will find that 48 square can be written as so from this term onwards, we are all having 64 as one of the factors. So if I take 64 common, we will have some integer inside. Therefore, the given expression is divisible by 64. Hence, option D is correct for this problem. Again, this problem is pretty simple. You people have all done this kind of sums in your boards class. Okay, let us move for the next problem. The number of irrational terms in the expansion given. Let us find the general term for this expansion. Now in this problem, what we will do, we will find out the total number of rational terms in this expansion and then we will subtract it from the total number of terms to get the number of irrational terms. So to find out how many number of rational terms are there, we must remember that your 84 minus r has to be a multiple of 8 and your r has to be a multiple of 4. Is it clear? Therefore, here lambda and lambda 1 are all belongs to whole number. If I choose lambda 1 as 0, then the result is not a multiple of 2. So we are rejecting this value. If I take lambda 1 as 1, we are getting 2 lambda as 20. So lambda is 10, which is an integer. So we will consider the value of lambda 1 as 1. Now I am choosing those values of lambda 1 such that when 21 minus that value, we will always get a multiple of 2. So those values I am writing it here. The values of lambda 1 I am writing it here. So these are the values of lambda 1 for which this equation is satisfied. Here lambda belongs to any whole number. Therefore, the total number of rational terms that you are going to get is 11. The total number of terms in this expansion is 85. Therefore, the total number of irrational terms are 74. Thus, option B is correct. In my opinion, this problem is moderate.